Hello, welcome back to Makeup Masters free app. If you haven't watched my videos before, my name is Naomi and I'm a freelance makeup artist. I've been doing it for over 13 years. I wanted to share this look with you, as most of you probably did. We were all watching Meghan Markle, the American beauty, marry her Prince Charming, which was Prince Harry, of course. So I was just excited to see the makeup really as well, obviously everything else, but I was so excited about the makeup to see how they played it. And I thought the makeup artist did a beautiful job, just really timeless, classic, understated. The skin was fresh, you could still see her freckles, which was amazing, and not overworked, kind of like undone. There was a wash of more of a matte brown, like a cool tone brown, and that pinky colour on the lip, define brows. So it's a look that's just going to suit so many people. It's going to be amazing for weddings, or if you're a guest at a wedding, or if you just want to feel like a princess. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm currently 8.5 months pregnant, so if I look a bit sluggish, if I'm not making sense, it's probably the baby brain kicking in, but I hope you enjoy. Do you want to see my bump? I don't know if you can see it. He's cooking. So here we go. Starting off by prepping the skin. You want to adjust your skincare depending on your skin type. I get a fair bit of redness and I'm quite sensitive, so I'm going to start off with the Bioderma Praline, and this is the anti-redness version. So it's quite good because it's not too emollient, so it won't make the foundation go too greasy and slip off during the day. For the lip conditioner, I'm going to use the NYX Ultra Moisturising one, and the reason I love this and the reason I use it on most of my clients is because it is hydrating and moisturising, but it's not shiny. So if you use like a shiny lip conditioner and then if you go in with some lipstick, it's just going to slip all around and not really adhere properly. For the primer, I'm using Prep and Prime MAC Natural Radiance. This is one that is good as well if you have olivey skin tone, because it's not going to look sparkly and it's not going to reflect too much in the pictures and just help smooth over the foundation. With the foundation, I love the fact that you could really see Meghan Markle's freckles through it because she's got beautiful skin. She obviously just wanted it very sheer, and when I looked into it, they just sort of using it in target areas. I probably have a few more spots than she has, but definitely like a radiant, glowing, healthy, natural finish you want. There's a few different foundations in my kit that I go to, but probably one of my favourite ones for a glowing natural one would be the YSL Touche Éclat foundation, and I'm sure you've seen me use it before, but I like it because it photographs really well. It looks really healthy and radiant, but it doesn't go too greasy, and it feels good on your skin as well, because sometimes when they've got that little glow they sort of feel a bit tacky and a bit sticky, and that drives me mad. I'm going to mix a few colours, but going for more of a yellow underbase just to match my skin tone and sort of knock out any redness that I have. My skin tone's a little bit tricky at the moment because I've got like a tan on my arm and my hand, but not on my face or my chest so much, just because I wear Factor 50 there, but that obviously washes off that bit. So I try and add like a little bit of warmth, but I don't want it to look orange. Another thing I love about this foundation is it does come in a lot of different shades. Now I want to take out my spots, but I've got a few freckles from the sun, so I want to leave them in as well, so I'm going to do just a sheer wash. But obviously you could adjust this. If you love coverage normally, then go for more coverage. So that was just the sheerest wash foundation, and then I'm going to go back around my eyes with the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer. This concealer is amazing because it's got really lovely coverage, but it doesn't look cakey or dry. It keeps with that nice radiant finish. I just remembered reading that Meghan Markle loves the Beauty Blender, so just to finish off the skin, I'm going to go back with this one. It's a little bit of a grubby Beauty Blender, I haven't cleaned it, but I use the clean side. just bouncing it into those areas. The good thing about the beauty blender when you're using it damp is you're making sure the foundation isn't just sitting on the top layer of the skin, you're really pushing it in. Now before we get too carried away with the skin, let's do some eyes. Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Creamy Beige. It's a really good sort of eyeshadow base, and it's going to give a little bit of that smoky colour to begin with. In my kit I use MAC Sublime Nature a lot as well because it's really good with oily lids. To create that smokiness on the eyes in a waterproof way, I'm using MAC Dip Down Fluid Line. So it's got the right sort of tone of brown. Don't worry about it being neat because we're going to blend it out, but I'm doing it close to the lash line and then use a fluffy brush to diffuse it. I'm going to use a little bit of MAC Wedge eyeshadow, which is just a matte mid-tone, but you could use Makeup Geek's Latte, anything just fairly neutral towards the cooler tone. And we've already got a fair bit of smokiness from the eyeliner, so it's mainly just to sort of blend it and diffuse it. MAC Blank Type, just to sort of brighten under the brow and to blend the edges, but not to look like a highlight. Then we want a bit of black eyeliner just along the lash line. I noticed when she looked down she just had it, but it kind of looked diffused. It wasn't like a flicky line or anything. So I'm going to use a gel based one because they're nice and easy to blend and they're more waterproof. So not worrying too much about being perfect. She seemed to have a little bit of liner right into the inside. And to set the liner and make sure it's all nice and diffused, I'm going back with a little bit of Makeup Geek's Mocha. The liner was Maybelline Lasting Eye Studio Gel Based Liner, the black one, because I love it. Mascara is Bajor Volume Reveal. This is the normal version, but I'd use the waterproof version if it's your special day. I'm going to go back with a little bit of Sephora Infinite Beige eyeliner because it didn't look like she had any eyeliner on, but this is just like a fleshy tone one. I know she didn't have a lot of concealer on, but I'm going to go back with the RCMA concealer and foundation palette and just mix a few just to cover a few of my little imperfections. And this one is good because it works well on like HD and things, so it's pretty indetectable for a good coverage concealer. I don't want to overdo the powder, but I do want it to stay. I'm just going to do it in like little target areas that you don't want to look greasy. And I'm using the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish powder, which was one of my favourites because it doesn't look too dry or cakey. It's good to top up with on your wedding day as well. She didn't really look like she had any contour on, or well, it looked like the minimal amount. I'm just going to use a tiny little bit, because I can't resist, of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I'm using it, it's a bit scruffed out now, but the cooler colour, just to add a bit of shape to my cheeks. I'm pregnant at the moment, so I'm feeling a bit puffy. And a bit of Nars Laguna bronzer just to blend it all out and make sure I've got a bit of warmth to my skin. Now I really want to amp up the glow, so I'm going to go back with the Iconic London Illuminizer. This one is Shine. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of the original as well, so it's not too cool. Shine is sort of a cooler tone one, and the original's got a bit more gold to it. Just doing it high on my cheekbones. I want to look spa fresh and glowing. With what I have left, I'm just putting a bit on my collarbone. It didn't look like she had much blush on, but I'm going to put a little bit on just because I love a bit of warmth. So this is Illuminizer Rude. I'm going to be very boring and use Ardell Demi Wispy Lashes with Duo Lash Adhesive, but they are just my favourite in my kit. They work on so many different eyes and they're comfortable to wear. To disguise the base of the lash, I'm going back with a bit of liner. This is the Maybelline Master Precise liner, but I would probably just, on my clients, I'd just go back with the gel one I use because it's more waterproof, but it's slightly harder to do on yourself after you've got your lashes on. Meghan Markle's brows were nicely defined, so not overly drawn, but had the definition on the arch. To softly start building up the shape, it's good to use an eyeshadow, a matte one. This is just the MAC Omega eyeshadow. For the definition, Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in taupe. Bit of concealer if you want them really neat. No bleeding lips. I'll try this. Which is just, I haven't really used it much, but it's just a clear like lip pencil, more like a primer, because it didn't look like she had a lip line. These are all a bit smushed now, but this is just a really beautiful pinky peachy shade. It's the MAC Fanfare, and as you can tell, it's had a lot of love in my kit. But it's that lip balmy texture. MAC Clear Brow Set to set the eyebrows into place. Urban Decay setting spray to lock it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know it probably took a little bit longer than my normal videos, but I really wanted to go a bit more in depth and make sure you understood each stage, especially if you're a bride. So I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Bye!